I Talk Like a River by Jordan Scott. I wake up with the sounds of words each morning all around me. P for the pine tree outside my bedroom window. K for the crow in its branches. M for the moon fading in the morning sky. I wake up each morning with the sounds of words all around me, and I can't say them all. The P in pine tree grows roots inside my mouth and tangles my tongue. The K is a crow that sticks in the back of my throat. The M in moon dusts my lips with a magic that makes me only mumble. I wake up in the morning with these word sounds stuck in my mouth. I stay quiet as a stone. I eat my oatmeal without a peep. I get ready for the day without a word. At school, I hide in the back of class. I hope I don't have to talk. When my teacher asks me a question, all my classmates turn and look. They don't see a pine tree sticking out from my lips instead of a tongue. They don't hear a crow caw, caw from inside my throat. They don't hide their eyes from the moonlight that shines from my open mouth. All they hear is how I don't talk like them. All they see is how strange my face looks and that I can't hide how scared I am. My mouth isn't working. It's full with words of the morning. Mornings are always hard, but this one's especially tough. I'm more stuck than ever. My teacher says we'll all have to talk about our favourite place in the world. Today is my turn, but my mouth just isn't working, and I want to go home. My dad picks me up from school. "It's just a bad speech day," he says. "Let's go somewhere quiet." My dad takes me to the river. We walk along the shore looking for colourful rocks and water bugs. It feels good to be quiet and alone with my dad, but I can't stop thinking about my bad speech day. All those eyes watching my lips twist and twirl, all those mouths giggling and laughing. I feel a storm in my belly. My eyes fill with rain. My dad sees I'm sad and pulls me close. He points to the river and says, "See how that water moves? That's how you speak." I look at the water. Bubbling, whirling, churning, and crashing. My dad says I talk like a river. This is what I like to remember, to help stop myself from crying. I talk like a river. Or from not wanting to speak at all. I talk like a river. When the words around me are hard to say, I think of the proud river, bubbling, churning, whirling and crashing. I also think of the calm river beyond the rapids, where the water is smooth and glistening. This is how my mouth moves. This is how I speak. Even the river stutters, like I do. I wake up in the morning with the sound of words all around me. I go to school and tell the class about my favourite place in the world. I talk about the river. And I talk like a river. When I was a boy, my dad would sometimes pick me up from school on bad speech days. and take me down to the river. On those days, my mouth would just stop working. Every word was painful, the laughter from classmates unbearable. I just wanted to be quiet. Along the river, we skipped stones, watched for salmon, picked up bugs, and plucked blackberries, all without saying a word. One particular day, while watching the water move against the shore, my dad said, "You see how that water moves, son? That's how you speak." Stuttering is often mocked because it's seen as unnatural. For many, listening to and watching someone stutter is not a comfortable experience because language and sound are stretched to their limits. Strange noises burst from a contorting mouth, and what the listener thinks of as fluency or normal speech explodes. To stutter is to be disfluent, and fluency, my speech therapist used to say, is the ultimate goal. But at the river, I learned to think differently about fluency. The river has a mouth, a confluence, a flow. The river is a natural and patient form, forever making its way towards something greater than itself. Yet, as the river moves, it stutters. And I do too. Take a moment to listen to the way you talk. How do you sound? What would happen if you concentrated on the feeling of speaking? Where do you feel the words in your body? Do you speak without pauses or hesitations? How often do you slip up, forget words, or have difficulty finding them in the first place? Do you sometimes shy away from speaking? Do you sometimes not want to say anything at all? My dad took me to the river so I would feel less alone. When he pointed to the river, he gave image and language to talk about something so private and terrifying. In doing so, he connected my stuttering to the movements of the natural world, and I delighted in watching my mouth move outside of itself. Everyone who stutters does so differently. A stutter is never just a stutter, but a set of intricately intimate labours with words, sound and body. My stutter is my own, and also part of a larger confluence of disfluent mouths, going about their day, ordering food at a restaurant, making small talk about the weather, or talking to loved ones. Stuttering makes me feel profoundly connected and profoundly alone. Stuttering is terrifyingly beautiful. Sometimes I want to speak without worrying. Sometimes I want to speak with grace, finesse, and with all those words you can think of for smooth. But that is not me. I talk like a river.